Hello, welcome back to the Spider's Web, and in this video we're going to be carrying on with Mythic Battles. We're not that far to go now with the end of these, at the end of this series anyway. We have 3 gods to do, and that's it. Obviously when we come around to the next lot we're going to have more to paint, but as it stands we have 3 gods, and this is the one we're doing today. This is Hades, the god of the underworld, and we just scrape a little bit from his spear, because as always there's that little bit of a mould line that's in silly places. I can see some other places, but unfortunately they're in places that are really annoying to get to. So they're annoying to get to, or there's oh dear God, detail that I'd eradicate if I tried to get rid of it. So I'll give you a look down, there's one here. Which I'm hoping I can clear off, but if not, you can always say it's part of the cloth. Yeah, well, we'll find out. So let's get on with it, shall we? Beg of this, we became soldiers. Let's go. Right, so I want a dark skin tone for this fella, and as such we are going to go with Bugman's Glow. So let's get some of this on the palette, and there we are. And when we do the final god, which will come in a couple of weeks at the very latest, when we do that one, the video after that I'll show you how I've decided I'm going to base these minis, and I'm going to base them all exactly the same way. I'm not going fancy by doing like leather bases on Hades and the Infernals. I'm just going to do them all exactly the same because they're all going to be featured on the same board, so there's not much point in doing the bases any different. So I'll show you what I've decided to do there, but I've picked up the wrong brush. Silly me. Let's get into our paint and get Hades started. So after these, in a few weeks, we're going to be starting a different game, and I'm thinking it's either going to be Vampire Hunters or Pandemonium. Which would you like to see? Let me know in the comments below. Either Pandemonium, well, we've got Pandemonium, we've got Vampire Hunters, and we've got Star Saga, or would you like me to go back to another game and do some more from that, because we still have Dungeon Saga to do. We have lots of stuff from Kings of War to do, because I've got all the demons that I got with the Kickstarter of Kings of War 2. it's not that I'm short of games, you know. Here we are, this is getting to the end of it, and as you can see I've actually painted the whole of the foot, including the sandal. It's going to give it a bit of a base colour to work from, but the sandal's not going to be the same colour as the skin, obviously, and I'm going for darker colours in this mini because, well, he is the guardian of hell, isn't he, so has to be done. So there's the first stage. The next stage, what we're going to be doing is mixing a couple of colours. The first colour of which will be Abaddon Black. But before I mix any of that, I think I've actually decided that what I'm going to do first of all, before I mix any of that, is take some of that rather watery and diluted state and do his hair and beard. And there's areas here now that I've just hit with this that I didn't want to hit with this, which is typical of me. So obviously I shall be mainly itching my nose because I've started doing something, and I always get an itchy nose when I start doing something, as you may have noticed. Now I'm going to go all over the hair, all over the beard. And hopefully this is dilute enough to act as a bit of a wash. The beard I don't think is, to be honest. I think that's gone a bit too strong, but I'll always come back and do something about that. Don't forget his eyebrows, because these are quite prominent on this figure. And I'm also not too fussed about going over his crown, or what I'm going to call it. There we go. That hopefully is fine for the hair. I will be coming back to this later on. And I know I don't normally do the hair now, but I need to mark it out so I knew while the colour was there. I thought I'd give it a go. Next, we want very dark red, so we're going with corn red as usual. And into that, we're going to add some of the black. I want this really, really dark colour. Such a deep red, it almost is black. That's the kind of thing we're looking for here. There we go. And I'll just wash that brush out and go into the brush that we're going to be using for this step. And this is going to be going over all the cloth. Once it's really aged and ragged, and I think that should be a skin tone there. The thing is, sometimes when you're doing these paintings or doing these minis, you can't tell what details are what until you come to paint them. So you can actually go over it with this colour and then go back over it in the skin tone, because it's acrylic and you can do that. Sometimes it can be a little tricky, especially over metallic colours, but this isn't metallic colour, so it's easy enough to go over. So we just cover all of the cloth with this colour. Okay, so we're getting very near the end of this stage. As you can see, the colour has gone quite dark. It's going to go darker still in a bit when I do a wash on it, because I want to deepen the shadows completely. So it's going to be a black wash over this. So I'm using some null oil, which will do the job quite nicely. I think That is all there is to that. What I need to do now is go back into the skin tone and do the areas of skin that I missed. And I'm thinking it's skin. Yeah, so that's that done. I also want to tidy up this area here that I caught with the black. There we go, and that's that done. Right, I'm going back into the, no I'm not, I'm going to use this time Doombull Brown. You may be noticing that I'm using a lot of the same colours that I use over and over again. That's because I want these to be more of a uniform colour. I want them to look as though they belong together. And into that I'm going to add a little bit of black. Only a little bit. And I'll add a bit of that red mix that I added earlier just to liven it up a bit. And there we are. And that is going to be the handle of the staff. The handle of the staff, the handle of the spear thingy has, I don't know what it will be called, bident, it can't be a trident because there's only two prongs. I don't know. I just noticed I need to go back into the flesh tone once more because there's a little bit of the skin not covered here, so I'm going with a finely detailed brush to get into that area. Make sure that I've got all of this, yes, much as though I have. Again, I'll be going over this in a wash a little later. That's going to darken down quite a bit. I want things on this fella to be very, very dark, as you may or may not understand. I'm also going to do the sheath for his sword. And itchy nose, itchy nose. I hate having an itchy nose. I'm trying to do something. Really annoys me. It happens all the time. Oh dear. Okay, so there is that bit done. These straps are going to get a different colour added, so don't worry about them. I'm not missing some and going over others. Next, the metal areas, and for that, as usual, Warplock bronze. I'll get some of this on the palette. I'm going to have to replace this. We're getting very low. There we go. I'll start with that one. Yeah. I'm just going to do the shield here. I'm not fussing with this shield, it's just going to get a coating of this, and then picking out the details later with a dry brush of another metallic colour. Not sure which colour yet. I'll think about it, and you'll find out as we get there. In fact, I think I've got an idea which one I'm going to go with, to be honest. But I don't want to spoil the surprise. So all the metal areas are going to be done in this colour, as you may or may not have gathered, because that's how I work. You may have seen this time and time again in my videos. So while I'm doing these, I will let you listen to some more music again. Whatever it is, it's an interesting weapon, whether it is a weapon or whether it's just a way of channeling rather, his godly energy. I don't know. Maybe some form of power conduit, just a staff, like a ceremonial thing. But I'll see if I can find something out about it online before I come round to finishing off these videos. Just noticed I need a little bit more detail work done, so I'm just going to drag into the metallic colour with the detail brush. And hopefully I'll put out just enough for what I needed. Hopefully I don't find much more. And there we go. That's that. As I said, back into the skin tone.